Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your February 2024 monthly astrology and tarot overview. We're going to be looking at some oracle, a full tarot spread with a Celtic cross layout, and I am also an astrologer for those of you who have not been with me long. I will be getting into some of the astrological stuff as well in our reading today. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump into some oracle and ask Spirit what your main monthly influences, what your main monthly theme is. Let's see, Gemini, please. Anything they need to know for their highest and best good. Ooh, and we have gratitude. Beautiful. So Gemini, this is a month of really feeling the abundance, feeling anything good that you have in your life, and really being aware of that, being grateful to Spirit for that. It says, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. We've got Lakshmi here. We've got the hummingbird. This is our, one of our goddesses of abundance, and, having that beautiful windfall of, resources, whatever it is that you need. So I would say, Gemini, anytime you have a chance to, feel gratitude, give gratitude or thanks to anyone or anything that is good in your life, it's just going to increase that feeling. It's going to increase that momentum for this month of February. We are in Aquarius season, and so I would say that this is, for the most part, astrologically, an excellent month for you. We have a lot of Aquarius energy and shift. Mercury, your own ruling planet, will be going into Aquarius on February 4th, and that is a great energy for you because we are totally out of those Mercury retrogrades. And it will be moving into an air sign, which is, your element. So you're going to have an easier time thinking, communicating, speaking for yourself. Then on February 12th and 16th, we have Mars and Venus going into Aquarius as well. So this is also very, very beneficial for you. Let's next get into a numerology card. We're going to see which special number is coming up for you. And we have 4-4. Ooh, yes, the double number, and it is the environment card. So I would say that it is important for you to spend time in places and around people that really contribute to your personal well-being and growth. I'm looking at our colors. We've got a lot of green coming into me. That is very much the heart chakra. It also, to me, is always a color of health. Feeling good, right? So I would say make sure that your environment is a healthy one this month, Gemini, and especially if you're making any choices on, where you live, home and hearth and family kind of energy, because 4-4, I think of, Cancer is the, fourth sign of the zodiac. So if you have any Cancer in your chart, you might relate to this a little bit more even. But to me, the 4 is the number of the home, the family, the four corners, the four directions. It's our stability. And so I would want for you to have, that feeling of like wherever you go, there is stability, there's harmony, there's balance. And if it doesn't feel that way to you, that's a real sign that, you should change something about it or remove yourself from it entirely. So let's get into some gemstones and crystals. Let's see what we have for Gemini, please. What would be best for you guys to use through this month of February? Ooh, and we have the Unakite, more green. Have you noticed this? The heart chakra stone. We just talked about the heart chakra being activated. The Unakite is very good for living in the present. I would say it's also excellent for healing any inner child or, past traumatic issues. It's very, very good for that. It's not an expensive stone. I have a pendant, an Unakite pendant. It's wonderful. I really love using that. And then on the bottom, check it out. We have the calcite, which is calmness for all the chakras. So this is a good universal balancer, but calcite is for calm. It's for soothing. It's for just, helping you to relax. I would say that's a very good one. Gemini, you tend to, really be active in your mental body. And so if you kind of need to unwind the mind a little bit, help slow and calm the thoughts, that would be a very good one to use as well. Next, let's get into a spiritual guide or guardian. And let's ask them which one of them wants to help Gemini the most for this month ahead. And we have Radha, the soul flame. I love that we've got a couple of our very, beautiful Hindu goddesses here in this reading. So Radha is, the soul flame, the, soulmate life companion of Krishna. So this is a very beautiful connection. You may feel like you're embodying a little bit more of that divine feminine energy in this particular month, no matter how you align or identify. And so it has rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. You may be healing a relationship. You may be healing your own heart after going through a difficult relationship even. Whatever it is for you, since this is a general reading, to me, this is, reconnecting with the truest parts of yourself. And how you'll know if it's a good relationship, like if you're single, you're dating, you're considering different people, the way that you would really know if it's a good match for you is if you don't have to give up, parts of who you truly are just to please the other person, which I don't ever recommend doing anyway. So Gemini, let's get into your tarot reading. Very exciting year ahead, actually, for Gemini. Jupiter is currently in the sign of Taurus, but it will be moving into the sign of Gemini on May 25th. And Jupiter stays in a sign for about a year at a time. So I feel like Gemini has an extra lucky energy coming up. You may feel a little bit more tension rising towards the end of February, just letting you know, because the sun is moving into Pisces on the 18th. That one is a square to your own sign. And the full moon on the 24th will be in Virgo, which is also a square to your sign. So don't be surprised, Gemini, if you feel a little bit tense in the energy towards the end of February. But don't worry, that stuff will move. It's not going to stay there forever. But I just wanted to let you know, that is part of what's going on. I do feel you have enough astrological energies, especially from Venus and Mars, to help kind of relieve some of that. But it's also just good to know it so that you can, kind of plan to rest or just hang out on your own. If you feel like, this is going to be a tense couple of days, especially around that full moon of the 24th. So you understand why you might be feeling a little bit more tense or a little bit more introspective. So Spirit, let's see what we have for Gemini, please, in the tarot. We are going to do a full Celtic cross, and I do clarify all of my cards to get you deeper messages on each of them. Oh boy, yes, the Emperor right in the center. And this is such a fun deck, guys. This is a new one that I got as a gift that I've been loving, called the Tarot of Curious Creatures. And I thought it was perfect for Aquarius season, because that is a curious time indeed. It's very unique, very one of a kind. So let's start out. We have got the Emperor right in the center of your Celtic cross. Very strong Aries energy. It's definite boss energy. You may be feeling like you're really ready to stand up for what you believe in, for what you want. It's a time that you're really feeling like you can handle more responsibility. You can handle more leadership. And it's definitely a time of action, because the Emperor, being Aries energy, is ruled by Mars. And so it is a time of moving ahead, of forging ahead. It is not time to sit back and just let people make decisions for you. It is time to make those for yourself and accept those leadership roles. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, so this is big leadership. It's like when it comes to getting what you truly want and desire, you absolutely have to play an active role in your own life here. The Ten of Pentacles, to me, is one of the most positive cards. It's one of the most fulfilling cards in the tarot, because it really shows, getting everything you want, the material resources, the loyalty, the wisdom of the ages, all of this coming together, a very happy home, happy relationships. It's very positive. So you are taking a very active role, Gemini, in your own well-being, in your own fulfillment. So in the immediate past, we've got the Page of Cups. There's been a lot of love and a lot of love talk going on. So you may have had, more loving messages given and received. If you're a single Gemini, you may be, flirting a lot. You may be dating a lot. You may be meeting a lot of new people. But I love the Page of Cups because it's Pisces energy. It's very sweet. It's very loving. It's very romantic in nature. It's usually something that makes you feel kind of happy when you see it or receive it. Let's get a clarifier. And we've got the Five of Cups. So I feel like this is like, maybe having something nicer to focus on after a time of, some heartache and loss. For some of you, maybe you really went through a lot. I know that a lot of the Gemini readings throughout 2023 were pretty heavy. Actually, maybe even longer than that. I've really sensed for a while, Gemini, that you've really been trying to sort through who is good for you and who is not good for you. I get the feeling that you've had to let go of a lot of people, or a lot of people have let go of you. There's been some really tough times for Gemini in the readings that I've done for a while for y'all. So I do see this as part of the past. I see this as part of, your natural progression. But I do feel like in spite of the heartaches, the losses, the things like that, there are still things that, in the recent past that have maybe brightened your day a little bit more, or given you this sense that like, wow, even though I've gone through a lot, I've had to release a lot, I've really gone through the grieving in the morning, like here's that Two of Cups still standing. And so there are some good things coming in. There are some good people still in my circle. And I feel like if you've been more particular, in the last year or two about who you've let into your environment, Gemini, the more you're going to be reaping the rewards from this at this time. Going into the immediate future, funny enough, we had a page in the past, we've got another page in the future, Page of Swords. To me, Page of Swords is your own energy. So seeing this in your reading, I feel like it just means that you're stepping into a greater place of, I wouldn't even call it necessarily strength, but it's more like you're in your element. You're in your zone. You're feeling more like yourself, if that makes sense. To me, Page of Swords is always about information. It's maybe having a lot of information to review. I love the little hummingbirds, because they're very quick. They're always collecting nectar, collecting information. They're always in communication. And so we've got all the books, all the pages. There could be a lot of information for you to review very soon here, Gemini. It really says that you're going to have to use your mental quickness and sharpness, your natural gifts, of being able to sift through and sort through lots of information very quickly. I feel like it's happy news though, and because I love the addition of the hummingbird in that card. King of Wands, clarifying this, so more Emperor energy. To me, King of Wands is like the minor arcana Emperor, right? More Aries. This is like just going for what you want based on the information that you get. Again, stepping it up, being confident, embracing your leadership abilities. And really just taking charge, not letting people step on you, not letting people tell you, oh no, that's not what you really want. That's not what you really need. It's like, nope, you know what you really want and need. So you're going to go get it. On the subconscious card on the bottom, we have the King of Pentacles. So yet another king, Taurus energy, very earthy, very stable, rooted, balanced. I feel like subconsciously, yes, you are very focused maybe on your money, your job, saving, making more money, maybe getting a raise or promotion, things that you're really looking for. This is not a bad month to, be looking at new jobs or, getting into a better position in the one you're already in, making investments, saving your coins, all of that comes into play. And I feel like it really is saying that there's something in your life right now that you feel very rooted. You feel very stable. You feel good about where you're going in some facet of your life, and you're really focused on the stability. And look at that, Knight of Wands. Yes, lots of fire energy. So I do feel like this is a very active month for you, Gemini. And again, like this is you. Like if there's a good job, if there's a good raise, if there's a promotion, if there's an opportunity, you're like, I'm going to go for it. You're willing to travel for it too, because the Knight of Wands is a Sagittarius energy card, and it's like, have the ability, we'll travel. It's like, I'm gonna go. If you're offering something good, I'm coming your way. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit is our Eight of Swords. So Gemini, to me, this is a very natural card for you because you are an air element. Swords are the air element. And with the Eight of Swords, it's really like this is overthinking. And it's more than that. This is Spirit really telling you, Gemini, I want you to be aware of any time you're putting yourself down, when you don't feel as confident as you really should, when you aren't giving yourself really proper credit. Because to me, that Eight of Swords is like when we get trapped by our own self-limiting ideas and beliefs, our self-doubts, right? And it just sort of ties us up and binds us up. And nobody can set us free from that except us by changing the way that we think, changing the inner dialogue that we, have with ourselves every day. So let's see what we have clarifying this. It's really rewriting that internal narrative. Yes, because look at this. We got the Devil. Both of these cards have so much to do with being stuck, right? With being stuck on some kind of routine that isn't the most joyful or isn't really good for you. And the Devil is Capricorn energy. So I feel like for a lot of y'all, this relates directly to work. You might literally be like up in your head going, I don't deserve a better job. I'm not really good enough. I don't really have what it takes. Da, 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 da. And Spirit's like, no, Gemini, I want you to change all of this way of talking to each other. Change it literally to the opposite of, yes, I have what it takes. Yes, I am good enough. I absolutely deserve a raise. I absolutely deserve a promotion. I absolutely can get that job or have the career that I've dreamed of. Because look at how positive this is. Look at all this is like, go, 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 get what you want. You have what it takes. You're an emperor. You're a king of wands, a king of pentacles. It's going in a good direction. You've got that 10 of pentacles energy in your eye's mind, or mind's eye. I think that's the way it's supposed to be said. Either way, you know what I mean. It's like you've really got your eyes on the prize there. So don't let anyone tell you you're not good enough, including yourself. Let's get some extra advice on this for you, Gemini. And we have the Six of Wands. Look at that. Ace of Swords. Oh, Two of Cups. Yes. And Nine of Cups. So very, very nice as the rest of this unfolds here, Gemini. All right, so Six of Wands, that is your suggested approach. This is success, victory, recognized achievement, having something really, really good come about, a celebratory feeling. So even if you may not have what you want just right now, this is really saying, like, if you act as if you already have it, it's going to land in your lap so much easier. But the other thing I'd say, and look at this, Emperor coming back out. Yes, it really is. Your success is such a result of you just not backing down, being willing to take charge, take the lead. Don't be afraid to go after what you want. Beautiful, really beautiful. And I would also say, I was about to say before we pulled the Emperor, that I feel like other people do see you as a success, even if you don't quite see it yet, Gemini. I really do. So right here, as we go into what you need to know, we have the Ace of Swords. Look at our little hummingbird coming back around. We had her, on the Page of Swords. So I feel like, you're collecting a lot of information throughout this month. And I do feel like your search will lead you to the clarity and the answers you seek. Ace of Swords is to me a card of victory. It's a card of clarity and having all the answers finally. At least the answers that you need the most. I don't know if any of us have all the answers, but you're going to have a lot of them here, Gemini. I feel like the fog is lifting, like you're really going to have a better ability to see where you want to go next. Oh, and I'm looking at this card. Look at the little oak. Look at the little acorns here. Look at that. I just love the little details on these cards. It almost tells me it's like, your clarity may lead to that thing where you go, yep, I know exactly what seeds to plant. I know where to put my intentions and my focus, and that mighty oak tree grows from those little acorns there. And Temperance coming in. Yeah. So I feel like, that's very cathartic. There's going to be some clarity that gives you a sense of healing, of exchanging anything that's hurt you in the past to something that's now healing you in the present. Going into our Hopes and Fears card, we do have the Two of Cups. To me, this is a very healing card. It's Cancer energy. To me, that is, soulmate, soul connection, very, very healing, wonderful love. And so, I could say that you might be feeling a little bit of both, like you're really hoping for that beautiful love connection and that, to really have that spark with somebody. But the other time you're kind of like, I'm also a little afraid because I've been hurt. I've been through things, before, and gosh, is the same thing going to happen again? So I would say, just keep balanced, because the twos are always about balancing here, Gemini. Take your time, do what makes you feel most comfortable, and don't let fear overwhelm you. Sometimes it's a little hard for it not to, right? We've all been hurt. We all know how that feels. But try to keep it in balance with the good things that are coming in too. And we have the Queen of Swords. So yes, you might be quite picky, which is okay. For some of my Geminis, you may have been single for a while because, Queen of Swords is often somebody who is, single, doesn't really mind being single because they're very, very balanced on their own. They really have their life together. She's a Libra queen, so she's, again, all about balance and harmony. And I would say you might be very particular around your heart and around your feelings until just the right one comes along. That's really it. So, it's fine to be particular. Wait till the right one is in your field. But you do have opportunities for that this month if you want them. I do see that, but I feel like this is a month where you're super, super focused on your own success, getting what you want, taking the lead, really going after probably a good job or something, related to your cash flow. I really see that too. And using your natural gifts. The Emperor coming out twice, guys. That's just very, very strong. Outcome card is the Nine of Cups. So I do feel, as this month wraps up, you are going more and more in the direction of the things that you really, truly wish for. This is your wishes, hopes, dreams. It's not quite the 10 yet, but it's getting there. So you're really, really contemplating and moving forward stronger towards the things that you would love to see happen. On the bottom of both the decks, we have the Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups. Very interesting connection of cups there. You might have a lot of options. You might have a lot of choices to make this month. So again, I refer back to your Page of Swords. Get all the information that you can around what you need to decide on, because you don't want to be procrastinating forever. And there are some things from the past that need to be healed. Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. The only one we didn't have was the 8 and the 10. We got we got a lot of cups here. So I do feel like you're processing some old emotions. I do recommend using that Unakite if you're into gemstones and using crystals to help along with your healing journey, because that is an excellent stone for healing the inner child. Overall, Gemini, I think this is a beautiful month. I see a lot of great things going on in there. And I just feel like your luck and your energy is going to increase as we get closer and closer to Jupiter moving into your sign at the end of May. So even if you're having to make some pushes right now, even if you're having to really, clear some things out of your way or let go of some things and really step up into your own power, into your own sense of self-worth and confidence. Don't worry, you're going to get there. And this is a beautiful beginning to that. Let's get an affirmation on this reading for you. Yes, and look at that relationship harmony. I'm telling you, there is definite love potential here if you want it. If you're already in a relationship, Gemini, I would say that this is going to get even better this month. If you are considering or contemplating different people, you might make a big decision. But only do it if it feels right to you. But look at this, water element. Again, like I said, if you've got some water in your personal astrology chart, you might relate to this even more because I definitely see some Pisces, some Cancer in there, just pointing that out. So a loyal and harmonious relationship or partnership is being manifested. The bond between friends, lovers, and partners will grow and blossom. Nurture the relationships with no judgment and no expectation. The more that you let it flow and let it grow and let it come into being, Gemini, I think just the better and better it gets. You're definitely manifesting some wishes, and this may be one of them. So have an amazing February, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.